Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. I'm going to have a run through of some Q&A questions that have had come through today. I hope everyone's had a very productive weekend. I certainly have. I've been working the majority of today, although I did have a 2-hour lunch break to go for lunch for friends. I had a very nice fillet steak, so I cannot complain. If anyone has any questions, by all means, please jump in here, put any comments below, or ask any questions in the questions section. As always, this Instagram Live will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can see it up on there if you want to go back through anything. So let's rock and roll and get through these quickly. How to come over gym anxiety, worries about other people judging forms of progress. To be honest, that's something that held me back for like a long time in my life, was caring too much what other people thought, essentially from achieving my goals up until probably 3 years ago, where I got to the point where I no longer gave a shit. So ultimately, you just got to do you, and I would suggest you find a few people who you trust sincerely with everything, who you believe in, learn from them, take everything you can from them, surround yourself with positive people, cut off negative people, and you'll no longer have anxiety or give a shit what anyone else thinks. So next question, pre-workout supplements. I would not advise using a pre-workout generally, so I would avoid using pre-workout supplements. Have a coffee if it's early. Next question, how exactly this whole pre-workout muffin thing works? So if essentially it's not anything mystical, it's not anything magical, it's just going to give you a bit of a carb bump, a calorie bump for the day. So if you have some extra carbs, some extra calories prior to training, it can give you a bit of a strength boost. That's about it really. Your body's not going to pull all the glycogen really quickly. There's no real magic to it. So it's as much psychological as it is physiological, if that makes sense. Okay. Next question, if having a cheat meal, should we replace 2 normal meals? Well, it depends. Photographer Ben, am I going to be shredded for our shoot? All right. I'm relatively lean now because I've got another shoot on Thursday. I'm going to have a look. I'm just looking at my calendar, Ben, and see where our photo shoot is. What's the date today? Yes, I will be shredded for your shoot. So we've got 1, 2... I've got 3 more weeks, Ben. Mate, I'm going to be inside out by then. As long as I don't eat every protein bar under the sun at Body Power, then I should be fine. So I'm very much looking forward to that. So if anyone needs a photo shoot or wants to do a transformation, get a photo shoot, Ben is phenomenal, so I'd highly recommend him. I did some quality photos with him last year at Rip Gym on Basildon, and also did some like Make It Rain shots, which were pretty dope, with water coming down and stuff, looked mad. So there we go. Next question, what's the best age to gain muscle? Any age realistically you can gain muscle. Best age 18 to 35, 18 to 40 perhaps. Best diet for type 1 diabetic, a diet in which you can keep your blood sugar stable. Creatine for lean / ripped. I have the high creatine. I don't understand what you mean by that. Doesn't quite make sense. Is there any discounts on your program? No, there are no discounts on my programs, unfortunately, because I value the service I provide. I have a very full client list, as you can probably see from the number of transformations I churn out, so there is no discounting. I've literally been flat out all day, other than 2 hours working on client work. I cannot take on more at a discounted rate, and it would not be fair on my other clients. So if anything, prices will be going up probably within the next month or 2. So if you want to get involved, you need to sign up now, because within the next 4 to 8 weeks, I'm probably looking to put prices up 25% just because of demand. Ben, when am I going to come train legs with me and Big Dave? I don't know if I'd call him Big Dave, but soon, mate, soon. I've got a shoot on Thursday, so there's no leg training until then, but I'm a bit all over the place as well. So drop me a message and we'll try and arrange something. Muscleworks is obviously the place to go. Cardio advice for someone with a torn ankle ligaments during a cut. It depends. If you can move around now, if you can walk fine, I'll just do cardio for walking. But obviously, if you can't lower body load, it depends what you can get away with. If you can swim, maybe try that, because you don't have to put any loading through it. Question, upper lower split, is it good to have 2 strength and 2 hypertrophy days for all? I would mix. So instead of doing a specific strength work and a specific hypertrophy workout, I'd have both as a combination of both. So my opinion, you're best off having a variety of different training stimuluses within a session to get the most out of it. Do I specialise in plans for older people, like people aged 50, asking family members to get ripped and drop body fat? Yes, I do have a number of clients, Neil, who fit that category, and I will send you a direct message with an excellent example of one that's literally just come in. So I will add that to the list of things I need to. I'll send you over a DM with a example of a phenomenal transformation. It's awesome to see. But if you have any questions, just send me a message. Best time for cardio, fasted first thing in the morning, in my opinion. Working out with gloves, is it good? Working out with gloves is just retarded, so I wouldn't do that. You don't need gloves. Question. Hi Charlie, I'm struggling with reverse. What's the point where I feel really uncomfortable in myself? Should I stop? So if you're reverse dieting and you feel like you're getting fat, I'd get, this is where it's beauty of having a coach, and I'm not trying to sell myself here. I have someone coach me for every aspect of my life, so business, training, psychological, food, health, everything, because I like to learn from the best people and get the best advice possible. What I would suggest is that you get someone to give you an external point of view of where you're at with your goals. So if you are fluffy and fat, whether you need to pull back or not, because a lot of people can be in your head. So like after having competed, particularly for women, they get paranoid about putting on body fat. And like I've had that as well. You get super lean, you want to look shredded all the time. That's not going to happen, and that's not healthy, and it's not a way to live your life. So I'd get someone to give you an honest feedback of where you're at, and then go, if you want to, and if it makes you happier, then cut back and pull back down again. Is 16 too young to take whey creatine? No, not at all. I probably did that when I was about 15, 16. I remember going to Holland and Barrett and buying whey protein and hiding under my bed because I was embarrassed about it at the time, so it's an interesting one. Addy, that's a very kind comment, so thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Addy's one of the guys on the Shred 8 program. I've posted his transformation. He is absolutely caning it. So guys from Ireland in a serious condition. So if you want some inspiration, because I know he's inspired some of the others, check out Addy O'Gara, who's put in the comments there, because the dude's sick. Would your plan work for someone who plays Gaelic football? I want to be gaining muscle. Yeah, it works for Gaelic football. I work with a lot of rugby guys, football, any athletic point of view. It's not an issue at all. I've worked with a couple of the female England rugby team actually. So that's no issue at all. I would just need, when you sign up for a program, a specific structure of what your week looks like with your training, and then we can build a plan around that for you. FST7 training, referring to fascia stretch training by Haney Rambord, is just a bit of a marketing gimmick. It's just 7 sets of doing like cable flies essentially. So it's not going to revolutionize the wheel. Do I eat the same amount of calories on a rest day when trying to bulk? No, I have a lot less. So when I bulk, I would have... Last time I bulked, I still had 0 carbs on rest days. So, no, I didn't. There you go. Addy plays Gaelic football, and he is saying it's benefited massively his game, the Shred 8 program. So there we go. Why legs after and before cardio day, the Shred 8 program? Okay, so you have a rest day before legs and a rest day after legs on the current Shred 8 program. Why? Because the less rest days are going to let you recover slightly for the biggest training stimulus of the week, which is training legs, which logically makes the most sense. And on rest days, we just do cardio to create more of a calorie deficit, to burn more fat, to get more shredded. So that's the explanation in brief for you, Jason. How long does it take to pack on muscle? See real definition. Depends how hard you can work, my friend. How often should you do abs when you're cutting? Again, it depends on a lot of things. I'd suggest every other day, but I'd mainly focus on core control. Question, one of my clients, Richard Thomas, what's your thoughts on time and attention? Time and attention is vital for building muscle. However, I wouldn't fanny around worrying about too much about that. Just train your balls off, work very, very hard, get stronger with control and technique, and you will improve. I'm currently trying a lot of different training techniques, working with the girl C's. A lot of that's time and attention, but you still see I'm doing like a V squat with like 8 plates aside and stuff. So you have to go heavy with time and attention as well. Question, rear delt raise and cable lateral raise, 8 kilos. I would struggle with rear delt raises with a dumbbell with 8 kilos of perfect form. So I would suggest you probably would as well. So you don't need a lot of weight. Someone asked, where am I from? I am from Surrey, south of London. Importance of post-workout meal during the next 30 to 45 minutes. In the next 35 to 45 minutes? Or after training? I presume you mean after training. After training, it's very important to replenish glycogen and protein to start the repair process. I know, Rhoda, you're on my current Shred 8 program, so providing you're having an intra-workout, which is recommended, you'll get away with it a little bit more, but I would suggest having it within 60 minutes would be fine. Next question, I feel knee pain when doing heavy squats. Is this normal? No, that's not normal, so I was suggesting a physio. A lot of people structurally aren't built to squat very well, myself included. I have very long femurs, long thigh bones, so I will raise my heel when I do squats to put myself biomechanically in a better position, so it puts less stress on my joints. It actually means I can squat with better form. How many grams of protein do we need to take to lean bulk? I would generally suggest a gram of protein per pound of body weight, but it depends on a lot of other factors. What are the best exercises for traps? Any form of shrug. Deadlift is also very good, or an upright row. Question, what's the difference between negative and positive training? Mindset? No. I presume by that you mean is in tempo. So negative is when you're lowering the bar down, a positive is when you're lifting the bar up. Best tricep exercises. There's millions. I'm a big fan of a lot of cable work. If anyone looks through my IG story from yesterday, there's some basic tricep exercises in there which were very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Question, I have diabetes. How can I manage myself with cycling? A very specific question. I'd need to know more details on that, but you can manage that with controlling your diet and carbs a lot better. Let's have a look. Effective supplements for fat loss. Hard work, diet, correct training program. Supplements are not the answer, my friend. Question, here we go. Where's the place you most want to go? So I was having this debate with some lunch today. So I'm 30 in December. I can go anywhere in the world I want to go. Where do I go? Open to any suggestions. So I really liked Dubai when I went there before. So that's a potential hot favourite. I'm quite tempted by Australia, but it's a long, long way. Or I'm tempted to go to California and go to San Francisco, Los Angeles, Vegas. But I'm open to suggestions. Question, should there be any gap between a tricep and bicep day? Depends on the rest of your training split. Can't really answer that one very well. Let's have a look. Is the best way to build muscle by doing heavy weight, low reps and low sets? As I said already in this chat, you need a combination of all types of stimulus to optimally build muscle. So I would have some heavy loading, and then I would also have some metabolic work. Do testosterone boosters really work? No is the honest answer. Most of them are bullshit. Next question. Is my diet plan based on the type of body? Yes, it is. So the diet plans on Shred Nate and all the one-to-one coaching programs, part of the reason I ask for photos, I can look at you and see, okay, how much body fat you're holding, how much muscle have you got, what's your structure like, what's your posture like, what sort of training is going to suit you best. Everything is based on the individual because certain people respond better to certain things. And having worked with thousands of clients, after a while, you get a gist of what will work best for people. Ryan Carson is the man. So I went up to Glasgow and had the pleasure of beasting him on legs. So he won the first Shred Nate program of the year. He's on the second one now as well. Very nice chap. So thank you for the kind words. Really, really appreciate that, Ryan. I'll pay you that money later for saying that. That was a joke, obviously. Let's have a look. Question, what's a macronutrient? How do I know my daily requirements? A macronutrient is protein, carbohydrates and fat. So protein is 4 calories per gram, carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram, fat is 9 calories per gram. How many you need depends on your body type, your weight, your activity levels, male, female, how much muscle mass you have, a million other factors. So without knowing more, I cannot give you a specific answer. Do I recommend glutamine? And if yes, what is it for? So glutamine, I highly recommend. So I have got an article on my website. I posted it on my IG quite a few times. I would recommend glutamine for recovery. It's very, very good, but more importantly for digestive health. So repair the stomach, any damage you have there, any issues. I would suggest that I have 20 grams of it intra-workout with my carbs. And I also have it, depending how quickly I'm going to eat in the morning after doing cardio, I'll have 20 grams of glutamine prior to breakfast after doing my cardio, sorry. Would I ever do a collab with Athlean X? Yeah, he's a cool dude, so if anyone can hook me up with him, I will do that. It's no issue at all. Any other questions anyone else has? Or are we all done? Because it looks like that is most of the questions answered. Here we go, here's one. I'm having just 500 calories a day, doing cardio and low weightlifting, but I can't lose fat. Well, this is a classic example I posted a lot about on Instagram recently, is doing too much and going too hard from the start. So what you want to do is you incrementally drop your calories, incrementally increase cardio, and you have to cycle things. Your body has now gone into starvation mode. If you think of the analogy, if you were stuck in the desert, you had no food, would you want your body to keep the metabolism at the same speed or slow it down? You'd want it to slow it down so you could live for longer. Your body thinks you're starving, so it's slowing your metabolism down to hold on to body fat so you can survive. So your body is using its survival mechanism so you don't lose body fat. So therefore, you need to increase your food, my friend. Otherwise, you're going to cause metabolic issues. If anyone else has any questions, by all means, jump in here. Another one. Any advice for quicker weight loss? You need to be patient. Like, it takes time. It's not an overnight thing. I've been doing... For my cut, I've been doing cardio every day for probably the last 3 months. At the moment, I'm doing 60 minutes every day. It's a hell of a lot, but consistently you improve. It just takes time. The amount of protein that men eat is the same as women need. No, it's completely different because men will generally weigh a lot more, so you'll need a lot higher amount of protein. So for a woman, on average, I'd probably look at 20 grams of protein per meal. For a man, as a basic, you're probably looking at 30 grams of protein to 50, 60, depending on the size of the guy. 50 probably max for most people. So I hope this Q&A helps, guys. If anyone has any further questions, by all means, let me know. Drop me a message. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And if there's anything I can help with, just give me a shout. So this IG Live will go to YouTube within the next day or so. So if you want to go back through anything, it's all on there. So have a wonderful evening. Have a great start to the week on Monday. If anyone wants to get involved in Shred and 8, there's a few places left. Program starts in a week. So it's time to get in shape ASAP because I've got a lot of clients who are joining on it and it's going to be some more awesome transformations. I just posted one about half an hour ago, a client who's 7 weeks in, who is in the US Army in Japan at the moment, and it is sick. So go and check out my story.